Hello, NSYNCers. This is the NSYNC UK Space Cowboys podcast with me, Sam, and I'm here with my fellow Space Cowboys.
Tamara.
D.
Beth.
Marina.
Tara.
And I'm Maggie.
Hey girls, how's
Hi.
everyone going?
Hi.
Hello.
Listen, we've got I hope you're all ready because we have got an NSYNC discussion of epic proportions today. My, oh my, have we got a jam-packed show to get through. There's just so much going on at the moment. We've got a ton of news to discuss, mainly related to some of the boys' individual ventures. Plus, we've also got a really exciting feature coming up later where we're going to be discussing unpopular opinions, of which some of you super duper listeners have the latest news. And of course, where else to start but the very hot topic of Justin. Wow, he has been up to a lot the last couple of weeks. There's been so much going on. In fact, it's going to be too much for us to discuss today. But, you know, he cleared out his social media. Then he reappeared again with a new profile picture and some little teaser videos. But ultimately, this was all leading up to some really exciting announcements and releases from him. And of course, the first thing was his announcement that he was going to be playing for One Night Only back in his hometown of Memphis. And I think what better place to start than that Memphis show, because two of our girls were there. And so perhaps Tamara and Dee, you might like to pick up the story on this one.
Yeah, so me and Dee made our way all the way to Memphis. It was a very long travel.
Very long trip.
An adventure.
3 flights there, 3 flights back. I know, I don't even know how we made it, but we made it.
It was practically 24 hours flying with all the stopovers and whatnot, on the time difference. We were very tired by the time we got to the hotel. But
Totally worth it. It was
definitely
a dream come true. It was absolutely amazing. Just being in his hometown and, you know,
I'm
the
visiting,
atmosphere.
yeah, and just visiting the places that he's been to, like the
Yes,
breakfast place.
we
We
did a
went for
tour
breakfast.
of a JT tour in Memphis.
Yeah.
So we did a breakfast place there. He usually recommends in interviews. Then we went to the Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
We went to see his outfit, his suit, and he had his sneakers, trainers. Remember on the tour, he used to wear them and then hide them in a place and people had to go find them. So this was the last one he donated to them. So that was quite cool to see.
And it was quite difficult to get around because it was so icy and snowy and cold, and and the roads were treacherous. It was hard to walk around. It was like, we're not kidding, it was really hard to just get anywhere across. We had to walk down the middle of the road because it was the only bit that didn't have a bit of ice or snow on. So
there was a lot of woo,
yeah. It was quite skiddy, wasn't it?
And we also
saw
found
you guys on your social. I was going to say you found his plaque, right?
Yeah,
Like,
we did. Yeah,
well,
we walked up and down the road a couple of times.
We're like, where is it? It must be here somewhere. And it was the only one under the snow. So Dee started digging out.
Yeah, we had to scrape him out to defrost him.
How did you know it was there?
Well, it had to be along that. There was just
there.
one. It was like little clef, was it? Little, what they call
music notes.
Yeah, music notes. And we was like, he's got to be on this road. It is. We just had to keep going until
we kind of knew it was in front of the BB King restaurant, but they doing renovation, so it wasn't actually open, so we couldn't really ask anyone. So it's like, it must be here, it must be under the snow. So we start digging the snow, and there he comes. Just
found him.
Like,
it's good.
So you guys flew out there with like a week's notice to book everything up and get out there.
It was
it was less than a week, wasn't it?
4 days, 5 days.
Yeah.
4 days notice. Knew you had your tickets before you flew, but didn't before you booked.
No.
No. And then you got there, and then obviously you took in the city and the sights within the snow. But then what happened on the actual day of the show, and when you went to the venue, and you know, what was it like? I seem to recall from your social you got some pretty good views from inside the theatre and the positions you were in.
Well, yeah, we kind of met up with some fans, all the people we know online. So we met up with some of the girls from the One Fifths, Jen and Joy, and it was just amazing. We hanging out with everyone and saying hello to everyone, the people that were queuing. We got to the venue. The queue was gigantic, wasn't it, Dee?
Yeah, it was right round the building, but it was freezing.
Round the building. And we're like, no, I can't. Like, people didn't really have to queue because it's a seated. So when you get your tickets, you assign the seat. You can't choose. You can't, just go in. So we're like, oh, we're just gonna wait for an hour and come back. And we came back, but everything went very smoothly. It was very organized in there, wasn't it?
Yeah. But they had there was no water in the building, was there? So there was portaloos outside.
We had portaloos.
Yeah, you had to go outside for a portaloo. It was freezing and it was pitch black. So trying to go to the toilet in the dark and the cold in a
There was some kind of ban, like a boil ban or something, I read, because everything was frozen or something.
Yeah, well, a lot of the places.
It
was just that cold that they just weren't working, I think. So to avoid like pipes bursting, I think everything was switched off.
So that was fun.
Well, yeah.
Well, Dee was hoping she was gonna bump into Chris Kirkpatrick in the portaloo.
Well, we knew he was going there. We knew he was on his way, didn't he, from Carly's post?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Because we were looking for all the clues, weren't we? There was the coach that they got on. We're like, where does this coach go to? But I think it was pretty obvious they were on their way.
I think you told us whilst we were out in a bar because we found somewhere that was open and warm. And we couldn't get anywhere fast because obviously it was too slippy and slidey. So it was one of them. It was like everyone was going, "Dee, you've got to get back. Chris is on his way." I was like, "I can't move."
No, yeah, we're literally like, if you're inside and you're warm, you ain't going anywhere.
You weren't going anywhere. You're staying there. So everyone was going, "You've got to get back." I was like, "I can't move."
Exactly.
So I blame the weather for me not catching up with him.
But
but you didn't get to meet Chris, but you did get to meet someone else, didn't you?
Marty.
Yes, Marty.
Oh my God, yes, we were about to walk in and Marty was outside with the camera crew all over him. Because obviously they were filming the whole thing as part of Justin's documentary. So yeah, we got to chat with Marty. He can say my name right now.
He'll probably still forget.
Yeah, he was actually surprised. He was like, "Oh, you're very tall in person."
Yeah. Give us all a hug, didn't he?
Yeah.
He does that quite a lot, doesn't he? Like before the shows start. I've seen him before. I even remember when I went to see Justin in London. I remember him being outside, like in the foyer bit.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Justin sends him out to like see what the vibe is or how's it all going, just like, scoping the place out, make sure everything's going all right. But yeah, that was cool that he done that.
It's Marty's show as well, isn't it? The one thing that all of us notice is the interaction. Marty side the stage and Justin singing. The interaction them two have is like unbelievable. It's so cute, so beautiful to watch.
So could you see him?
Yeah, he was just on the side of the stage, but
the whole thing,
and he's doing the moves. And
Justin
does amazing. He looks at him.
I love that.
Like, they literally communicate the entire time, and it was like the most adorable thing to watch.
It is as much, like you said, it's as much his show, isn't it, as it is Justin's show. Yeah, he's part of the whole production of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what was the show like? Tell us about the show.
So the show, like I said, I got this question a lot. How did you get front row? Did you have special tickets? And I was like, guys, no, it was assigned tickets. Everybody had their own seats, but there was a little pit in the front with a few seats, and me and other people. Well, I kind of moved around because when Andrew Hypes was playing, I was like literally in his DJ booth
on his knee.
So I just kind of like saw an empty seat there and I stood there because I wanted to see everything. And then when he finished and Justin was about to come on, we kind of like 5 of us just went to the front and stood there, and made our own pit. we wanted to dance, so we wanted to be up, and we didn't want it to be in a seat. And I wanted to be in his face. So
when I looked at the actual venue, it would have been weird if there wasn't people in that pit, because he would have, then the front row would have been, other than the 4 or 5 seats, he would have been so far away, and it would have missed that atmosphere, because I think it was that atmosphere with the people near the front that actually built it and made it what it was. So great that you guys done that, and the venue were fine.
And obviously, sorry,
we was dancing the aisles as well. So I was on the end of an aisle. I was with my daughter as well, so she was enjoying it. So we went back, but we was only like 5, 6 rows from the front anyway. So it was just really good. So we did try and go down at one spell, but they did turn us around. It's like, have you got a seat down here?
I think once they filled that little pit with people, which was about 20 max, they kind of, that's enough, because then you're going to be in people's way. But as long as you were in that little pit area, which actually moved so much, I thought we were all going to go through that ground. Once there was that, they kind of, everybody had to stay in that
And it was a good mixture in the crowd, wasn't it? It was like not just diehard JT fans. It was just people who live there, who've come for a night out, supporting somebody who's from that area, and some of them you could hear some people just going along just because it was a free night out and something, but on the way out they were all like, oh my god, that was amazing. And like, you probably got quite a few more fans just from that show. That everybody seemed to really enjoy it.
There was the little old lady behind me, and she was screaming so much.
How did everyone react when he went into the crowd? Because that would have, for me, that would have been the highlight.
I don't know, because I was so close to him the whole time.
Fine.
Like, he was right there, like interacting with us the whole time.
He went up one aisle and then up the middle, and I was going to Gemma. I was going, oh my god, get your phone ready right now. If he comes near me, I'm going to be dead.
Well, so when he went on the middle aisle, when he was coming back, obviously he had to go in the pit to go back to where he was. So we all kind of like, that's me trying to do a video. Suddenly I forgot how to work my camera. I was trying to do a video with him, because he was like, we kind of had to do this so he could go past. And that was funny.
Well,
it was so nice, because when he went into the crowd, that was when Andrew came back on. And it then became like a big party. Like
that was amazing.
Justin because nobody's done anything like that, have they?
No, Justin was just like vibing and just like really in it, just reacting the same as the crowd would, like every song that came on.
So good.
Justin was just as excited as everyone else, and that
when the NSYNC song comes on, the crowd went wild. It was good.
That's why Andrew needs to come on tour with Justin, please.
Yes.
Yeah, Andrew, we need on tour. It was the best party ever.
Yeah.
It looked like Chris just wanted to get up and bop. Like I had the 2 in my eye line, so I was just like flipping between the 2.
Chris would have loved to have been in the bottom instead of in the pit.
Well, we were waving before it started. We were like, so we all like, you could see he was looking at us, but I don't know if he didn't want him to cause a commotion or anything. So he didn't wave or anything, but he was looking at us.
Yeah, because I thought he'd probably got away with it with only a few people noticing him until Justin said, "Oh, hello, Chris," and then everybody knew he was there, and he was like, "Oh no."
In the pit, we were definitely screaming him, and like top of us waving. He was looking straight at us, but I don't think he wanted to like be like that, because then everybody would be like, who's that?
Well, he got up and left halfway through Mirrors, and I was going, it was Gemma who said to me, Mum, Chris is leaving. I was like, where's he going? Is he getting on stage? I thought he might have got on for a song, and then it finished. I was like,
I saw
in a taxi already. He didn't want to get mobbed
trying to get away from me.
Quick, this coming.
There's a crazy woman down there. I better get out of here.
She's been staring at me all night. Justin Timberlake's right in front of her, but she's looking at me.
It was cute.
Yeah, and we've got to say thank you to you guys as well, because obviously you went out there, but you kept us updated throughout, whether it was messaging us on our WhatsApp group, the live that you went when you were in the foyer.
The signal was awful.
I didn't get a signal
I kept trying to call the group, and I was like, I'm gonna try. And then when I got through and some of you guys appear on the screen, I was like, right, I gotta do something right now. And I just turned my phone around and I was like, JT, they're watching from the UK. And obviously it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yep.
Oh, that was so special. So do we think we obviously know that since that you guys come back that Justin has now announced that he is going to be in New York on his birthday on the 31st of January. We obviously are wondering what else is going to come after that, and obviously whether there's anything else in the States. I think maybe LA, who knows, and whether or not he might come over to London. I mean, what's our general feeling here? Do we think he's going to go to other cities after he's done New York, or is it wishful thinking?
Yeah,
I said it from day one.
Yeah.
I said I bet he's going to do one in London. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot. Yeah, I have the feeling from the start that he's going to do one in London, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, we do know he's got 6 or 7 of those, so.
Do we know that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Has he said that?
No, he didn't say it.
Insider intel.
So,
I guess time will tell if he's going
time
to
will
be
tell.
here or
So
not.
we're
Very
hoping.
quick.
We've been asking, and there is hints that there is a trip to London. So we're just hoping, aren't we, that includes a one night only show for us, because then we can all be there together. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Amazing.
Hopefully.
So.
Fingers crossed.
And we
Just
can
a little
experience
small
what all
room
the
for-
guys in the US experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I think we're obviously hoping, because he's got, which we're going to come and talk to in just a second, he's got his new single and album. So hopefully he'll come over to promote that and come on all of our chat shows, like he's going to be on all the chat shows out in the States this week as well. He's already started to record those, and will be appearing in the next couple of days. And obviously the Brit Awards are coming up on the 2nd of March as well. So, is there a chance he might come and perform there in London at the O2?
I mean, he normally performs there every time he releases a new album. He's he's on it every single time.
Yeah.
So the timing is perfect. If he doesn't, I'll be really surprised.
Yeah, me too. So we're talking about the new single, Selfish.
Yeah.
At the time of us recording this podcast, it actually has come out now, and we've enjoyed listening to it and watching the video. What do you guys think? What's your impressions?
Amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So good.
I mean, me and Dee got to hear it live for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So did we. We were watching it live at the time.
We watched it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We heard it for the first time too. Yeah,
Thank
we were
you to
watching
Lorette, who was on the live, and some of the other girls. Jen, that was amazing. We got to experience it with those guys. But yeah, to hear it when you guys did was amazing, and it's such a good song.
The video's really good. It goes really well.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of throwbacks looks in that video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we were doing our reaction earlier for that, and I actually fell apart. I think some of you noticed that. I literally fell
She
apart.
always cries, doesn't she?
I do.
I had one sneaky headphone in work, and I was trying to listen on the sly, but and then I just had to go outside and watch it by myself.
Yeah, you say I always cry, but that's what mamas do. Mama get emotional. Mama cry.
Mama me.
So true.
It's true. And obviously when we were looking up to the release of this single, and Justin's social has been posting a lot of new photos and stuff. What's everyone? I mean, we're coming up for unpopular opinions later, but are we all a big fan of the pink coat?
Oh God,
yes.
Just bring it on. I'm here for it.
Amazing.
Oh,
Yeah. So amazing, doesn't he?
I've not heard any sometimes it's not everybody's taste, but I think everybody seems to.
Everybody loves it. I mean, there's still people who say, "Oh, I prefer JT in jeans and t-shirt," but he continues to wear jeans and t-shirts. We've seen it. So I do love it. The coats and the jackets and the jewelry, and the
stylist is doing a fantastic job.
He's amazing.
Yes, well done.
The whole,
Absolutely,
not just that. I think the whole branding. I think we've spoken about it from the yellow that he's used. And all of the imagery, the video, I think it all is so on point, and it feels so current as well, but also so different to anything that he's done, and so far from his last album and the whole feel of that. So it really feels like it's a comeback and something different, and I think it will have a wide appeal.
Yeah, I think the entire rollout of this has been absolutely genius from day one. It's absolutely genius.
Has.
Yeah,
and wasn't he number one within an hour of the iTunes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I think about that when it comes to the haters. It's like you can't cancel him. People think that he's cancelled. We've seen it all, but you can't.
I think someone put a really good comment. I think I read it on YouTube, and it was like, you can't cancel talent like that.
No, you can't.
Talent speaks for itself.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's a genius. His team have done an amazing job. He works with fantastic people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
this team is being surreal. They are so good at what they do in the PR team, the creative.
That's testament to him as well, because he has people that have worked with him for so many years. They trust each other. So it's testament to him as well, right? As well as
it's one thing I really love about us, the NSYNC UK Space Cowboys. We are very much unanimous with our opinion on all of this, aren't we? We all agree. We love everything that he's come up with. I haven't heard anybody say, "Oh, I'm not sure." We all love it, don't we? We love Justin, but we love everything that he's come up with now. The song is amazing.
Yeah, we do.
And the diamond and the pearl necklaces, we love.
We love the necklaces. Absolutely, yes. He's on point. He really is.
He is. So I think the single is just the next thing, really, that is in a long list of things to come. We've had a little teaser of No Angels, which we assume is going to be performed at the New York show, but let's find out. We obviously know he's on all the talk shows over the next week, so we're really excited to hear what he says there about his own project, but also a little bit of a source that we've had tell us that he also alludes or confirms to some new NSYNC music, which obviously we're very excited about. So let's see what comes from that, and hopefully when we next have our next episode, we'll have obviously something to say about that. But obviously the other things he's got coming up, he's got the release of his album Everything I Thought I Was. That's coming out on the 15th of March, and then of course I think we're pretty much expecting him to announce a tour, which we hope is worldwide. So he comes to us here. So I guess it's just a case of keeping our fingers crossed and getting excited and looking forward to that, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the dates can't come soon enough because I need to start organizing my year. So, I really need those dates to come up so I can, make my plans of where I'm going to go.
Then we kind of do know that the world tour coming back, because there was something on the website and then it was taken down.
Yeah.
So someone's had a little bit of a whoopsie there, I think. So we know it's coming.
I think that was a too quick release.
Yeah.
That page should have been hidden.
It's already out there, and it was already screen grabbed and shared. So.
Too late now. They might as well just left it on.
Forget Tomorrow World Tour.
I do think it's imminent. It's it is going to be a matter of, I don't know, days. I think
tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
I mean, they already put this out now, so they probably.
What's it called? Forget Tomorrow.
Yeah, the Forget Tomorrow World Tour.
Yes, that's one thing I'm wondering about, because the album is called, what's it called again? Everything I Thought It Was. And the tour is called the Forget Tomorrow Tour.
So maybe that's where the error is. Maybe that was something.
No, I don't think it was.
I don't think so. I don't think there's an error. It's just really unusual for him, because all his tours have been named after his album. Every single one.
On Instagram, though, what was it? The Man of the Woods was changed, the title for that tour, but now it's been changed to the Forget Tomorrow World Tour.
First it was called the Everything I Thought It Was tour.
It's because
they've changed
that
it.
Instagram, everybody's saying it's a fan
account.
The fan account.
Is it?
Is it?
Really?
Oh, okay.
So they're just copying off whatever's getting released.
It's a fan account.
But we have seen the other thing.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, we're gonna get our tour dates very soon.
Yeah.
And we better
the
get
tour
our
is
passes
announced,
out.
guys.
Yeah, it will be announced.
Yeah, he did come out of his mouth at the end of the concert.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
Well,
exactly.
He posted that on his Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's just keep our fingers crossed that we get the announcement soon, and then we don't get all bogged down in the chaos of trying to buy the tickets and the panic that I'm sure.
Oh God, I dread it
That's
already.
going to be a tag team, isn't it? Trying to get us all tickets.
Yeah.
Should I just read? Rob Knox that produced the album with Justin. There were some people asking him questions on Twitter, and this is what he said about the album. He says, "Story of a man what he goes through, his story, his vision, his thoughts and emotions. You will hear it. Better to let him and his music tell you. It's genuine to him, and you're gonna love it.
Oh, it sounded lovely.
So exciting.
Yeah,
so it is
his life story in an album.
Yeah,
it's a story.
And I think not only in what his message will be, but probably the sound as well.
Yeah,
I feel like there'll be little throwbacks to some previous things he's done in all albums. I'm hoping that's the case. And then maybe some
kind of there in the music video as well, can't you?
Yes.
And also, I'm assuming will be the same.
Also, on the T-shirt, doesn't it say side A, B, C, D or something?
Yeah. So it's 18 tracks. So
it's 18 tracks on the album. So we may get like 2 CDs with either side with music or something. Who knows?
And then there was the photo shed of him tap dancing, but we don't actually know if he's tap dancing.
Well, V said it was dancing shoes, didn't you, V?
Yeah.
Isn't it what he had on in the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just those shoes. They're just dancing shoes.
Was it the same shoes? He was just dancing in the same shoes. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been a little nod to his piano tap dance in the Justified tour, where he disappears in the.
I mean, there's so many nods in this video to stuff that he's done before. I think.
Yeah. Starting with that jeans and white T-shirt.
We all melted over that.
We did. It's going to be exciting to find out. So we'll obviously keep our eye out on it, and everyone keep an eye on our socials, because it'll be one of the first places to see the news, as and when it comes out. So just have to see what's what. But we better move on, because we've got plenty of other things to discuss on today's episode. Just 2 more small bits of news about the boys. First, Joey and AJ, to be precise. So the guys have released tickets for a tour around the States in March. But they've all, on their socials, they've been openly asking fans where else we'd like them to go. So do you think that the UK is going to be a goer for this?
Oh yeah,
we're hoping, aren't we? But
we're hoping, yeah.
Yes, really hoping. Well, they're doing really well. They sold out pretty much all of that day.
Yeah, they sold out really fast as well.
And they added more and then sold out more. So just keep going, guys. So then
keep going, exactly. And bring it over here. I could see it happening. I'm not sure, but I could see it happening. I mean, the boy band thing is popular everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, they could do a little European tour, right? They could do a few countries and maybe just do a 1 or 2 nights in each city.
Because it's not like they've got to bring a big stage or anything. It's just them, isn't it? So,
but that's not that. They're doing a very intimate kind of game show.
Yeah, interactive.
Yeah,
but it just looks like a fun night. So hopefully, we'll get a look in and they'll come over and see us, because we know AJ is quite popular over here as well.
And that's the thing as well, is BSB and NSYNC. So
yeah,
and the BSB tours have done really well here, haven't they? I mean, crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we need you over here
again,
even if it's just us there.
Yeah.
There's 11 tickets sold straight away, isn't
for sure. Yeah. Street team will be there.
Sold out.
Your door down.
And then lastly, Mr. Lance Bass. Not only is he going to be the producer of the Scissorhands musical that we spoke about last time, but he's now also just announced that he is going to be releasing a brand new kids book called Trick or Treat on Scary Street, which of course, if you know anything about Lance, it's about Halloween. It's coming out on the 23rd of July, so a little while to go yet, but I'm guessing we're all going to want to add this to our NSYNC merch collections.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It
looks so cute. The branding and the pictures on it are really good, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm going to make it a story that my kids are going to love, just so I can read it to them.
This is your favorite.
They have no choice. They're going to have to love this.
Yeah, you love Halloween, don't you? We should read this Halloween book in July.
I don't even have kids, and I don't actually do Halloween. Yeah, I'm still gonna buy it.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
It's gonna look nice on your shelf behind
and then go
yourself.
and get it signed by him when he comes over.
Yes.
Yes, we're hoping for that as well, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. Well, with all of that being said, I think it's now time to move on to our special feature for today. This is Unpopular Opinions. That's now the jingle for Unpopular Opinions.
Da, 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 da. Yeah.
Da, da, da.
Come and give us your unpopular opinions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a stretch.
Blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
I'm going to intro us in. I'm going to try and model the questions up a bit, just so they're not just going for the boys and then the ones at the end. So I'll probably start with the more generic one first.
Yeah.
Cool. So jingles played. Girls, unpopular opinions. This is our chance to dive headfirst into the NSYNC topics that us fans just can't seem to agree on. We put a call out on our Instagram account for fans to submit their own unpopular opinions to us. And I'm so excited to see which side of the fence that you sit on. So we've got several opinions to go through. So make sure you settle in, have a sip of your cup of tea, and we'll get straight on. So first up, are you ready? Unpopular opinion number 1. I skip the slow songs. NSYNC should be a bouncing boy band.
No. I love a good ballad.
I don't agree.
Obviously,
agree. Why
that
don't
was
you
my
agree, Beth?
unpopular opinion, and I just love they are a bouncy boy band. I mean, I love the ballad. Don't get me wrong, but they're a dancey, bouncy boy band, aren't they?
I agree. I agree that the bouncy songs are really, really good, and they are their most popular songs. But in which songs would we get JC to belt out those notes if it wasn't for the ballads?
That's very true. Yeah.
If they didn't sing Selfish, we would have never had that run from him, that he does. So, they wouldn't be able to show their vocal abilities.
I agree. I think it made them stand out against some other boy bands, right? As much as I think they're better than other boy bands with the bouncy stuff as well, and their performance is insane. But I think the slow ones do, like
the harmonies.
Exactly, the harmonies. It showcases their voices, right?
Yeah.
And that was what they always wanted to do. So I agree that sometimes we might skip them, especially if I'm listening to it while I'm cleaning and I want something to dance around to. But
or driving. It's good to belt out the big ones.
Yes.
The bye-byes and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they need like a quarter of ballads and like 3/4 of, up-tempo songs.
Yeah, but if they're coming back, they might change that because they need to slow it down.
Yeah.
It might be the way around.
It down
maybe half or maybe
They were like, come on.
Or they'll just make all the fast songs into ballads.
Yeah,
exactly. Like
acoustic versions of everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a mixture of opinions on that one, I think, but we can understand the unpopular opinion, I think, even if we don't necessarily agree. So next up, staying on the topic of songs, the next unpopular opinion is Riddle is a good song.
Yes.
100%. I think that opinion is only unpopular with Lance.
And I do know that a lot of Americans agree.
Yeah.
They don't like it. But
they don't understand a good bop in that case.
Exactly.
They don't know Europop.
I agree.
Yeah. I think the one person out of NSYNC who loves Riddle or who would knock it is JC because he loves all the stuff they have done. But probably the
I was
other
going to say Lance then.
no. But he wouldn't. I think they've asked him about that before, and he said something like, "No, he's proud of everything that he's done." Whereas the others are probably a little bit more outspoken about their opinion about these things. But yeah, I've always loved Riddle. It's such a bop. Gosh, I
think with Riddle, I love the verses, but I'm not sure about the chorus, which I don't know. Maybe that's the Europoppy bit, but I actually love the rest of it.
Yeah,
but when you listen to the chorus, Like, how many NSYNCs do you get to do Big Fish, Little Fish cardboard box to? Like, come on, come on. This is the whole point of Riddle, right?
I could do bye, 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 like this.
It doesn't work. I'm sorry. It's got to be done to Riddle. Listen to the chorus next time. And
we're all going to be doing that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's definitely more popular over here, perhaps because it was on the European version of the album. And it's just that kind of that kind of techno sound. Was
and it's a grower as well.
Yeah, it's from the late 90s. It's what was in at the time, and you know, we listened to all of that, and obviously the first album is what sold him to us, isn't it? So you know, if we didn't like it, we wouldn't have become fans.
Exactly. All right, let's jump into one unpopular opinion about one of the boys now. Justin needs to go curly again.
Yes. Well, he's going curly again, so I mean,
going curly, but we want more curls. I think it's more a wave at the minute. It needs to go full on.
I mean, are we going like, you know, when he was saying ain't nothing but a fro, you know?
Yes.
Like 2000 fro.
I commented on because it's Nelly, isn't it? He's like grooming lady who does his hair and his makeup and so on. And she wrote something about his back with curls. And I commented and said, we love the curls. We want them even bigger.
Yeah.
And she liked it. So I'm thinking, okay, she's hopefully listening to us.
Bring back the curls. I mean, for me, Justin is beautiful at every hairstyle. I don't really care about the hairstyle so much. But yeah, I think natural is probably my favorite. Just the curls. You know, when he has a really straightened hair, not so much for me. I think that it's the curls, the natural curls. And
I think it was the color of it years ago when it was like yellow. That was
ramen.
Frosted.
Oh, are we talking ramen hair? Yeah. I mean, it was cute in those days. You know, maybe now it wouldn't be a thing, but in those days,
but his natural color and curly would be nice.
Yeah, I think the curls are coming back, aren't they? Though
good one.
Curls are coming back. Bit short side. Curl throw on top.
Like an updated, like
with the young boys. So
JT Curls 2.0.
Yes, please bring it on.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's actually not so unpopular with us then. Actually, that's quite a popular one. We want him to go curly. So there we go. That's a popular opinion. Thank you. Okay, It's Gonna Be Me is a bottom tier single, and the video is just why? Why?
The video is genius.
I love the video. It's one of my favorite
videos.
Yeah.
It's such an iconic video. No one's ever done a video like that.
They did so amazing with the makeup and everything.
I love to watch the behind the making of the video.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne Isham, he's done the best videos for them. I love all the stuff that he's done with them.
Yeah.
I think he's a genius director. So I really love that video.
And considering it was over 20 years ago, the makeup and it looks really good now. It's aged really well, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, we were saying, Sam, we watch a lot of the reaction videos on YouTube, and I've seen quite a few where they get asked to watch It's Gonna Be Me, and the reactions, they're like, hold on, what's that on their face? Are they real? Like, they don't know if it's like CGI or if it's them in makeup, and people are really taken back by it, like, wow. And I feel like it's aged so well.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like an old video. It still feels really good. And then that opening at the beginning in the video, because it plays a bit of bye bye bye, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Beginning, which is really cool.
I love it. I love the outfits they're all wearing as well. So cute. What is it? JC wearing his snakeskin pants?
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I don't like them playing with the Barbie girls though.
Oh no.
No, obviously.
Stay away from those Barbies.
It's so cute. I love it.
JC got the dragon vest on when they're doing the dance in the studio with the lights, like the disco-y lights. Yeah.
And his mini doll, which obviously he then becomes at the end when they become human, is where he's got the JC on his shirt.
Yeah,
as well. And I love that he's wearing his name.
Yes, it's so cute.
And also, It's Gonna Be May. I mean, look what's come out of that.
Exactly. Absolutely. You know, where would Justin be without that?
It's kept them relevant all these years without even them having to do anything. Just based on that one line.
Saying that, it is not my favorite single, but it's definitely not at the bottom for me.
Yeah,
it's not
at the bottom.
It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But you can't not the video.
No,
No,
not allowed.
No, neither the video or the song. That sounds pretty unanimous, so that's definitely an unpopular opinion because I think none of us agree with that one. So make of that what you will. Okay. Next unpopular opinion. Let's go back to one of the boys again. Chris deserves more solo opportunities.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Agreed. 100%.
Why is that an unpopular opinion? I think, don't we all agree?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that the problem is that he's not getting them. You know, I think the fans all agree Chris deserves more time.
Yeah.
But he's not getting it.
And I think as every album's gone on, he got less and less. Parts in the songs, didn't he? So I think it was only when they did the lives that he went back to the original.
I mean, we can all speculate why that is, but it's you know, I think he's happy with it. I don't think he cares. I mean, look at how he's talking at their Hot Ones, you know, where he said JC and Justin are doing the singing because the rest of them suck at certain things or something like that.
And they know the part, and if it's a certain song,
yeah.
there's only certain people who can sing them.
Yeah,
then it's just tough.
I think it's more a matter of him not necessarily wanting extra parts.
Yeah.
Do you think? I don't know. I think I don't know. Maybe the record company pushed certain sound and way, and I'm not to say that he wasn't happy with that because, like he said, he understood everyone's role within the group. But I don't know if he was given more opportunity. I'm sure he would have jumped at it. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, and I just like the NSYNC sound that, as you say, you've got the backing vocals. So even if you're not singing, you're singing all the way through practically, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like within the backing. So it's not like other boy bands where there's a lead singer and everyone else who just stood there doing nothing.
Swaying.
Just like why you're there. But they've always got a really good, if they didn't sing their backing vocals, it wouldn't sound good as it does. So I
think that's right. I think also like we know it's a 5-part harmony and they've all got their own role to play, but I personally feel that Chris's part of the harmony is that specific NSYNC sound. There's just something about his sound in that 5-part that makes it feel so NSYNC to me. But that's an unpopular opinion. But I just think he's got a really
I agree. I think that his, this is going to be unpopular amongst you guys, I think that his version of I Drive Myself Crazy is better than JCU.
We agree. We've okay. Well, there's a couple of us. Yeah.
That is an unpopular opinion.
But, I mean, JC is obviously an amazing singer. Don't get me wrong, but I just prefer that version with Chris.
I can't say I prefer it. I mean, obviously, I don't prefer it. But I don't even need to explain why. But I do like it that he was given the opportunity, so I'm happy for it. I like both versions. I can't even say which one's my favorite.
And you even got the whole video, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Which was nice.
Yeah.
He looks good in a pair of slippers and pajamas.
Exactly. I'd agree. I'd agree that I like both versions. And obviously I'm a JC fan, so I like his, and his is on the UK album, JC's version. However, manifesting when they go on tour and they sing the song, I would like Chris to sing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Although Chris did say, I can't remember where it was, but he was saying that he can't hit the high notes now that he used to be able to. So it'd be interesting to see how they would have to change it up.
Well, they can change it up a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
you know, when I went to Epcot, when I saw Joey and Chris in Epcot, and they were singing all the NSYNC songs, they do change it up a little bit, you know, to match their vocal range, you know, because obviously it does change when you get older, apart from Justin. That has
I was going to say
exploded even more. But...
And I don't think Lance has changed much.
No.
If anything, it will just get deeper as he gets older.
Yeah.
That's good though, because if Lance can go deeper, then we can just move everybody down a couple of keys so that Chris's one can come down. So that's fine. As long as Lance can get lower. And you're right, he's got a super deep voice still, and he's perfect for podcasts. We obviously love his Frosted Tips podcast. We'll have to come on ours one day, Lance, because you've got a perfect voice for podcasts. Okay, right. Next. The self-titled NSYNC album is better than Celebrity.
Dun, dun, dun.
So are we talking about Europe or are we talking about US? I assume we're talking about US.
US. Let's do US.
Yeah. I agree. US.
I think it's so hard because I love them at different times for different things and for different reasons.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite.
No,
I don't have a favorite
I
album. I
don't.
love all of them because all of them have amazing songs on it, and all of them have songs that I may skip or listen to less.
Yeah.
Celebrity is not my favorite, but nor is NSYNC, nor is No Strings Attached. My favorite album is actually the Christmas album. I think that is their best work. But I'm not gonna...
That's my unpopular opinion.
It's absolutely, in my opinion, based on vocal abilities or showcasing of vocal abilities, I think the Christmas album is their best album. But yes, I think the other ones are all
pretty good though.
The what?
Celebrity is too good though.
Yeah, I really love Celebrity.
What was that, Bear?
I really like Celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some gritty songs in Celebrity, hasn't it? I think we've said that before.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of like bite to it, and you can
Yeah,
tell
it's got a bit of
something
punch
to
and
get off their chest. Yeah,
but there's a couple of
Angry.
songs in there that I don't think fit in there. Like, what's that song where they have the video for it with all the teenage fans on the bed?
I'll never stop.
No, never stop.
That's No Strings.
It's No Strings, isn't it? Yeah.
I love that song. I love that song.
Really
I always
nice.
wish I was the fan on the bed.
For me, that one fitted more into the first album. No, Celebrity, yeah. I mean, all JC's two steps are amazing in it. I love them.
Tell me.
Yeah.
No, Celebrity is too good.
And I think he just transferred well into a tour, didn't it? They were all visual,
Yeah.
and they had some really good dances with it as well.
Even the ballads on there, like Selfish and Falling.
Falling.
I
Falling in Love.
Falling is amazing.
Oh yeah, that's a Chris song, isn't it?
It is a Chris song. And it goes to show he should have written more.
Yeah, definitely.
Made up Falling.
But then self-titled is also, I mean, it was our entry into loving them. So and it's got I Want You Back, which is one of my favorites.
Tearing Up My Heart, which is mine.
Tearing Up My Heart is my favorite.
I love
and it's got Here We Go. Come on.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I put that on my Instagram as my song.
I Just Want to Be With You. Oh, I love these songs.
Oh, I love that
I Just Want to Be With You. Everything I Own is amazing.
Everything I Own.
Yeah.
You just can't.
You can't pick.
Depends what mood you're in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And
you put one on, you're like, this is my favorite. And then you put the other one on and you're like, oh, actually, I remember how much I love this one.
The thing is, I don't really put albums on. I just tell Alexa to shuffle in sync.
Yeah,
and she puts everything on for me. Alexa's my best friend. So yeah, she chucks everything, complete mix. So I'm happy with that. I don't really put a particular album on, only for Christmas.
So we're going to stay on the fence on this one by the sound of it now.
Yeah. We can't decide.
No, we refuse. Stop asking us these things.
Comparing with No Strings, then I'll say Celebrity is better.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Oh, I still would struggle. I think I'd lean to No Strings.
I would. I love No Strings.
No Strings without all the bonus tracks.
What? No, the UK bonus tracks are so good.
But that's what I mean. if you're saying about US.
No, but without them as well.
What makes No Strings is the bonus tracks, I think.
No, it's No Strings itself, and it's Bye Bye Bye. It's going to be me.
And actually, my daughter, I'm obviously playing all NSYNC songs to my daughter, and I have to say, all her favourites are either self-titled, like I Want You Back and Tearing Up My Heart, and then she loves the big ones. Bye 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 is going to be me. Like as soon as they come on, she loves them. Whereas the other ones is I kind of have to push her to listen to them. So I think for the younger kids, they've got some really good, more dancey, boy bandy songs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, so let's move on to the next unpopular opinion, because this actually relates to the No Strings Attached album in a way. So it is I Thought She Knew is not the best NSYNC song, which the boys think it is.
I think it is.
I'm sorry, that was my unpopular opinion.
I love the song, but obviously
I don't think it's the best.
I don't say it's the best, but I absolutely love it.
No. My opinion is like a lot of times when you ask when the guys get asked what's your favorite song or you're the best song you've ever done, they all generally say I Thought She Knew.
It's because they all sing.
I mean No. It's not my favorite.
It must hold so much.
They all sing beautifully.
Yeah, but it's the reason I love I Want You Back is because it's how it makes me feel when I listen to it, based on like the time it takes me back to. And I guess that was one of the first songs, right, that they first started singing together and rehearsing together. So it must bring back so many memories for them. That's probably why, like, they probably don't think musically it's their best song.
100%. I understand why they say that. You know, why they feel that.
I think there's the Robin Wiley, obviously, who wrote the song. She wrote the song actually as I thought he knew, and rewrote it for them to be she knew. And obviously, you know, JC in particular has always spoken about how she is the star, the apostrophe, the sixth member of NSYNC, and obviously they'll miss her dearly. And so I think there's a lot of, you know, sentiment as well from
obviously, yes, of course.
And the hours of work that they must have put in together just to perfect it. It's like a little bonding exercise, isn't it? Just like constantly going over and over and over and over just to get that just right.
Just like one of the first songs they sang as a group as well.
But when you sing
I think it's a sentimental song, like sentimental reasons why people would love it so much. But if you didn't know all of those details, if you just hear it, it wouldn't be on top.
It's their only a cappella song, right?
Yeah.
They don't have any other acapellas
on the albums.
When you sing it, whose part do you sing?
JC.
I think
all of them.
JC, I think.
I do it 5 times, but then I always get blended into Chris's because he's always the last, isn't he? So it's easy to go along with.
And he's the highest.
He's the highest.
I can't do Chris's high note, so I probably skip that.
Neither can I, but I start doing somebody else's, and then I sort of, because he's at the end, I just go, ooh, and then I start singing.
Come on,
again.
Dee, sing for us.
Come on.
I need to warm up. We can all do it.
So, a split opinion on that one, but we understand why the boys like it, and that's the main thing, so that's cool. Right, here's going back to the boys. Let's go off to Lance. And Chris, in fact. Lance was never the worst dancer. Chris was. That's the opinion.
I think Lance is a really good dancer.
Absolutely shocking. Chris was an incredible dancer.
I thought
Lance was as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good dancers, but when you watch the lives, like, no shade on Chris, but I do think he lagged a little bit sometimes.
Lagged?
Like, behind. I feel like he was never on point as much as the other guys.
I always thought Joey wasn't as good.
I disagree. Yeah. I think they are all. I think they were all brilliant.
Yeah.
JC and Justin are always going to stand out because they had so much more dancing experience before they came into this, and the others didn't. So if
Joey
you consider that.
I thought Joey had done
not
some
like
dancing.
that though.
Was he dancing though?
Yeah, but I think even with dancing, you kind of, I mean, they're all naturally good dancers, and I know
they are.
Lance has always said that he struggled more, didn't he, at the beginning, because he had never.
Doesn't mean that he was bad though.
I don't think any of them were bad.
No, not at all.
When I watch some of the lives back now, I sometimes see where I'm like, I don't think Chris hit it like the rest of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, for me, it's like for me, JC is the best dancer out of all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, he is hitting it hard in general. He is just,
Justin.
I would say JC, and then Justin, and then the other 3.
I think Justin's got the best rhythm.
Justin's got the more natural kind of, like, he could do anything and it looks effortless.
Yeah.
I think JC was just hit it so hard, didn't he? It was like his moves were so exaggerated, but in a good way. And sharp.
He put it seemed like to me like he was putting like his back into it the most.
Like his body rolls, if you pause the body roll on JC, his body is like literally.
I let you do all the time.
When you pause and you zoom in.
When you watch it in slow-mo, Have you seen how far JC's back?
Yes.
No, and then
sorry, my
Justin
voice has
does
suddenly gone. Yes,
That's
I've
working.
seen it.
Justin does it good, really good. But Justin's just a bit more cool, I think, with it. Like he's just naturally got that vibe.
I think, you know, there's obviously the Fox Family Special, the pay-per-view, and I think the guys obviously do the interviews in between the performances, don't they? The pre-recorded stuff, and they talk about their dance style. And I think JC describes it that Justin's smooth. Himself is hyper, and then he says that Joey's hammy.
Yeah.
and he dances with his face. Is what they say, and
it's very true.
And he doesn't comment on the other two, so
no, they're just hiding in the back.
Yeah.
Don't mention me.
Who does the flips? Chris does a flip, doesn't he?
Chris does what?
JC.
I mean,
Justin does his little hanging solo.
JC does the one-handed backflip, and I think he's the only one who does it out of all of them.
No, Chris does one of them.
What, one-handed backflip?
Yeah.
Where have you seen that?
Oh, he jumped. Well, he jumps back over it, or is it a shoulder? He jumps back and he only uses one hand.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I'm gonna have to
you need to find that for me.
I'll find it because I'll rewind it all the time.
Yeah, we've also got the demonstration from JC on Verena. I assume it's your recording on Fully Booked. Oh,
yes,
what a kids' TV show back in the day. And JC demonstrates a one-handed backflip.
Right.
So
effortless. He's just out of nowhere. He just like, let me just do one here.
So, because everyone went, who's going to do a backflip? Everyone was like, JC.
It's like, yeah, all right then.
Can you imagine if they came back and they did a backflip?
JC has said he wouldn't do it, hasn't he? I think he said that he was it on one of the podcasts. He said that he tried to touch his toes to see if he still could, and he could. But he says he wouldn't be intending to do backflips.
I think he's exaggerating. I think
he's doing them all the time.
Absolutely exaggerating.
He's warming up.
To JLS. Did you see what happened to JLS when they tried a backflip on tour?
He slipped off the stair, didn't he?
Oh God!
That wasn't good.
We don't want that to happen to our guys. But yeah, I think JC, as usual, he's not giving JC's not giving himself enough credit, as usual. I'm sure he's still better than he says he is. So
we could do a cartwheel instead.
Yeah, forward roll, a roly poly.
Yeah.
We don't need the boys to do it anyway. They can have dancers to do all
I'm fine with it. They can just stand there.
I would like to see a body roll and a hip thrust.
And a thrust right in my face.
Yes. As long as he's not doing a stage lick.
No, he can do that. I don't mind that. He can do that. Imagine. Yeah, there's definitely some classic moves they have to do, and that's one of them for sure.
Yeah.
You'd have to do a stage lick. There'd have to be a body roll. I feel like as the tours went on, we got less body rolls, less hip thrusts, because when you see the end concert tour shows, there is so many thrusts and rolls.
Yes,
as the tours went on, they got less.
I know, it's a shame. Yeah, but it's a classic boy band move. You know, you can't be a boy band and not do a thrust. You know, and you can't not turn around and wiggle your bum.
Yeah, and I also think as they filmed them for like HBO, I think they cut some bits out. Because
a few
like
people have said
Justin's about to thrust, it cuts away from him.
Oh, the family show.
No. Somebody messaged on. Do you know when they're doing the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and Joey's doing the 80s one in his white suit?
Yeah.
Apparently, if you watch that, it goes a bit funny. But they said they cut that out because he was proper thrusting right in the camera, and they said obviously it's a family show, and all the girls are gutted. But yeah, so he was giving it some in his white suit.
Well, and Justin at the end, because he just stares at the audience, doesn't he, for a long time, and then does some licking of the lips in that one.
Yeah. And on the No Strings Attached tour, I feel like this is where JC invented twerking as well. Like Space Cowboy.
Yeah. He looks like he's gonna bend it off.
Bring that move back as well for the reunion, boys.
Absolutely.
Yes, please. Right, okay, another unpopular opinion we've had submitted here, so thank you again for sending these in to us. And it is, I hate God Must Have Spent. The lyrics are sugary and cringe.
No, I love that song.
I mean, they're a boy band. The lyrics need to be sugary and cringe.
That's worse lyrics out there.
Yeah.
Agree.
What is the word?
You hate it?
What?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but the lyrics are cringe.
No, that's worse.
Do we have a list? Let's. What are the lyrics?
I mean,
writing letters to my garbage can. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that they have got to be the worst.
No, that's no.
No, it's a little bit too. I mean, just the whole name. God must have spent a little more time on you. It's
cute.
Yeah, I love the swaying.
I must admit, I only saw the video for it the other day, and I always thought it was like a love song for partners, but actually it's about a child, isn't it? In the video.
Going off to war.
Yeah. I mean, even that, the whole.
But that touched me more as a mom now. That's touched me more, and I was like sitting there with my baby, like, oh, this is actually really sweet than I thought it was.
Yeah,
they broke the mold. They broke the mold.
Angel.
When you...
It's a miracle in the song. That bit's so nice.
Yeah.
I wish that
bit.
Yeah.
I think if anything, if we're looking at this kind of type of style of song, I would say that for the girl who has everything is more cringe. You know, she drives a pretty car. You know how fun you are. I'd say that's more cringe. I still love that song as well, but
I think God Must Have Spent for me is probably the cringiest out of all of them. I find it very. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
I don't think this line makes sense. Your soul is like a secret that I never could keep.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense, does it?
No.
Half of them don't.
No. Why would your soul be like a secret? I don't know. But anyway, I still love it and I still sing it, and I skip it.
I skip it.
Love it. Love it.
He's going to do that right in front of you when he goes on tour.
Fine by me.
And he'll go, she's not watching it.
That's when I'm going to go for my toilet break. Like, you keep singing. I'm just going to go to the loo.
There's no toilet breaks at an NSYNC show.
No, you can't have a drink.
No. In the live, is that the one where the stage rolls out into the audience?
No, that's
that was
the one that goes up.
That goes up.
Oh,
in
that's
the sky.
the one where they go up on the podiums.
Yeah.
I
think it was Selfish, wasn't it? Though.
No, This I Promise You.
This I Promise
You.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right. So the next one is actually my unpopular opinion, and that is Gone is skippable because JC doesn't have a solo line. Do you agree with me?
I would say it's skippable, but not because of JC. It's because it kind of the meaning behind the song. It's a bit like meh.
I love it.
I skip
Britney Spears went out to a hairdresser and took too long to come back, so Justin started writing
the story.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my, is that the story for it?
Yeah, that's the story.
That's what he said.
I never knew this.
I have to say, if it's on Alexa, I skip it. But if it's the video, I watch it because the video is beautiful.
They all look.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But the opening of it is so good. The little, I think it's a piano. Dun, 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 dun.
The Gone rock version from Celebrity Tour. Now that's
that's what we need to see.
But I do agree, JC should have had a verse in it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I do think that.
Yeah,
I do think it would have took it to the next level.
Yes,
but I still love the song.
Probably JC was like, you wrote the song like this. I ain't having a verse in that stupid song.
Yeah.
I'm not singing about that woman going to the hairdresser.
Stupid.
Justin wrote that song for Justin wrote it for Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He offered it to him, didn't he?
He wrote it for him and Michael Jackson turned it down.
Idiot.
And then Michael Jackson
initially
heard it and then was like, oh, actually, I want it. And they're like, well,
too late
now because NSYNC have got it. I mean, I don't know what the Michael Jackson version would have sounded like.
Yeah.
I love the song.
I was there.
I was waiting for someone to do that.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Something along that line.
Do it again.
Oh dear. Oh, Dee. Should have left you in Memphis.
Come on, one more time.
Anyway. Okay, well, thank goodness that he didn't get it. Yeah, thank goodness he didn't get it. Right, so you kind of agree with me, you kind of don't, not for the same reasons. And by the way, as we know, I love Justin. This is not against Justin being on the song. It's just that I like hearing JC as well. So yeah, all right, that's that one. Right, there's literally just a couple more now. So we're getting into kind of saving the best till last. So Jerry. Jerry secretly loves being asked about the NSYNC reunion.
Got to.
100%.
100%.
He plans it.
He loves remember when he did an interview and no one asked him and he brought up straight
He trolled Chris with it, didn't he?
He loves it.
Even
of
Chris
course he
is like,
does.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
he secretly loves it. I think so.
Yeah,
it has to be kept alive, so it has to be asked.
Yeah, I think they'd be worried if nobody asks anymore. I think it's not doesn't just go for Joey. I think it's all of them. You know, they want to be asked about it, whether it's by fans or, you know, maybe not, you know, annoyed by it, but, you know, the question has to be asked, I think.
If it goes ever so slightly quiet, Lance always puts a TikTok out about it. He's like a little teaser.
Yeah. They did start the rumours though, didn't they? They were, you know, their little thing in September. Was it the VMAs?
Yeah, and there was obviously
they started it.
Post on JC's birthday. Exactly. If they didn't want us to ask, they shouldn't have reunited.
They shouldn't have gone out there all together.
It's their own fault.
So we're saying Joey loves it.
So we're saying Joey loves it.
Yeah.
So this then links into another unpopular opinion we have, which is I don't think people should harass the boys with the reunion. They will tell us when they're ready to.
They have, haven't they, though, by getting together, doing interviews together.
You know, I think it's I think the word harass is the point here. So, you know, I do agree we need to keep it on the radar, you know, because they will come back and we know it, but we need to continue talking about it. I think the harassing thing is different, you know, when people are complaining to them that things are taking long, you know, when they're complaining about Justin doing his thing first, you know, the negativity that comes with it. I think that's the harassment, you know, that this person is talking about.
Yeah, because I agree with that. Don't even think they want even new music. They just literally want them to come out and just do exactly what they did over 20 years ago.
Yeah, I think there's so many people who just don't understand what it takes. The negativity that comes towards Justin with this because he has to do his own thing first and blah blah blah. Yes, I mean he's been working on this album for years, and you know it's about time it comes out. But it's not just Justin. We know they're all working on something different. Then you know, don't these people want to hear JC's music? Don't they want to hear, you know, don't they want to see Joey on tour? Don't they want to see Chris on tour? And you know, they're all doing something. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. We all know it's going to happen. It is going to happen after Justin and, you know, after everybody has sorted themselves out. But they have made their plans. And, you know, we waited 25 years.
Yeah,
I can wait another year. You know, and you know, we need to keep the momentum alive.
Yeah.
But the harassment of it or, you know, the negativity that comes with it, I think.
Yeah, because they've not announced something like right now.
Yeah,
you just gotta keep talking about it in a positive way.
Yeah, and be happy for the things that we get, because I mean the more positive we are about it, the more likely we are going to get something good, you know. Because if they just see all this negativity coming from fans and you know, these people being so entitled, you know, I want this now, and you know, it's like, who are you to make these demands?
And in the individual guys doing their own projects, they're being quite interactive with the fans as well.
Yeah,
which is good.
I'm loving all of it. You know, I love all of them individually. So, you know, and you know, we know that JC is being quiet about his stuff, but it's not the kind of stuff he's working on it. There's nothing to publish because it's not finished. So he's not going to be on social media all the time and say, I've written another half song or whatever. That's not how it works when you write a musical. He's, when his time comes for his musical.
Also, they're all different, aren't
share
they?
it.
Like Lance loves his TikToks and his memes and doing all the funny stuff, but they're all different in how they approach it. I think it's just to be respectful for that. There's no harm in fun TikTok saying, we're crying because we're waiting, but like you said, it's how to do it respectfully and not feel entitled that we have to have something from them. We're going to be upset
like
with Justin
now
or whoever.
Demanding it.
It's just, we've got so much content from them anyway. They're still there, and we're still getting a lot of fun stuff from them. And let's just enjoy it. Let's just enjoy the journey until we do
the
get
last
something.
6 months or the last 7 months or whatever. It's just been overwhelming, hasn't it? The amount of content that we've gotten.
Yeah.
I'm so happy with everything. This is like literally the best year in the last 20 years, when it comes to NSYNC. So
exactly.
And let them drag it out. The longer they drag it out, the more fun I'm having, because it's like if they go on tour this year and that's the only thing they're going to do, they're going to do one tour, one album, it's over.
Exactly.
Because I think we all know they're gonna, if they put an album out, they're gonna put one album out. If they go on tour, they're gonna do one tour. They're not gonna continue until they're 70 years old. It's gonna be a one shot.
And they've got to do it right. They can't just throw it out and it be rubbish, and then everyone go, "Oh God, spent all that money and it was rubbish." It's got to be good and amazing.
And imagine if they do one night onlys, just one night onlys in like different cities around the world. Imagine the hysteria about getting tickets.
God, it makes me feel sick.
Because I think the Justin thing, as much as everyone wants tickets, we all know he's going on tour. So if we can't see him in the one night onlys, we will get to see him on tour, right? But if they done one night onlys without the promise of a tour, my gosh,
that'll be murder.
Mayhem.
So we've got one last unpopular opinion left to finish with, and it says, if you are a true NSYNC fan, then you need to support all 5 guys.
That was mine.
You have to support them all. You don't have to love them all in the same level.
Yes,
obviously people gravitate towards others, but
I mean, I brought that up because most fans do, but you always get those people saying, oh, just because I'm an NSYNC fan, it doesn't mean I have to like everything Justin does, or what, or there's negativity going with that. And for me, yes, you have to,
But I think there's a difference. You don't have to like everything they do. I mean, you can have your own opinion, but I think you should support it either way.
Absolutely,
like,
yes.
There's certain things that I don't like that some of the guys might do in terms of like my taste. I might not like a specific song, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to support it and still be behind it and want to
be positive about it and promote it. And
and I think that's the difference. There's one thing in having an opinion of what you like and what you don't like, but there's a difference with supporting and
I think there's no way you can love NSYNC and not love every member, because there is no NSYNC without all 5 members. They all brought something thing about this so band. Different.
The only one that I've ever liked, all 5 of them.
It's not like I don't know, they're just different. They're not like Westlife when Brian McFadden left and it didn't matter, or Kevin left the Backstreet Boys and it didn't matter. Well,
nobody did leave.
I'm sure it mattered to the Backstreet Boys fans. But
I mean, I'm a Westlife fan, and I was pretty sad when Brian left and he wasn't my favourite. So I'm just saying, unpopular opinion there.
I mean, I think Brian was probably a little bit more impactful than Kevin when they left the Backstreet Boys. But,
no, don't backtrack on it now.
They're my 2 favourite ones out the 2.
But,
to choose.
I love AJ. AJ's always been my favorite. Love AJ.
I do too. I think for me with our NSYNC boys, I think we're absolutely right. It's not that you have to love everything that all 5 of them do, but don't slag them off. Don't pitch Justin against JC.
Oh, that's my pet hate.
Don't say, oh, I really hope that they tour without one of them. Obviously Justin.
They're not gonna do it. So
don't say that.
They would have been doing it for the last 20 years.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. And we and they have always said that NSYNC is all 5 of them. Now, if for example, like Coachella, they get an opportunity to do something as a 4, and it's maybe a one-off, and they've got the blessing of the 5th member. Cool, I'm up for that. Loved Coachella. But as a general thing, to wish that there wasn't someone included.
Yeah,
no,
I mean, the Coachella
along.
thing, people were hating on Justin because they were like, oh, because he's too good for it now. He doesn't want to be with them. But they don't understand he was actually, it wasn't just that he didn't have time. He was on tour. But by contract, you cannot perform at Coachella if you're also on tour at the same time. There has to be a 6-month window either side. So for that reason, he wasn't allowed to perform there. So even if he would have wanted to, and that's contractual to Coachella. So there was no way he could have done it.
Yeah, but nobody says that, do they? Everyone just runs away with.
Everybody is just like,
go.
Justin, yeah.
Well, the truth's not interesting, is it? It's much more dramatic to make up this, and like we said, that the rivalry or whatever it is against JC and Justin.
It's just so pathetic.
It's ridiculous. Justin is a thing. Justin is real. They would not have that opinion themselves of each other. So why people have to make drama between the two of them when it just does not exist is beyond me.
I mean, the love between those boys is evident, those two guys, between all of them, but Justin and JC, we all see it. We've all seen it over the years. It's so ridiculous that people would pitch them against each other. It's just...
I mean, we saw the love between Chris and Justin in Memphis.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And he confirmed it as well.
Yeah, totally. People need to stop this. Pack it in. Be positive.
Exactly.
You got something negative to say? Go say it over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Positive.
Bye.
So not an unpopular opinion amongst us then.
No, not at all. It's got us riled up. If someone's got that opinion, then definitely not. Guys, I've run out of unpopular opinions. We have, I think, tackled 13 unpopular opinions today. So, good on us. And thank you so much for everyone for submitting them to us again. I think, really loved debating these together, right?
Yeah.
And seeing you're fantastic. So if you're listening, do let us know on our socials if you agree or disagree with our opinions and those of the unpopular opinions. But with that being said, it is time for us to go now, I'm afraid.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, sad. I can't believe how quickly today's show's gone. Big thank you to everyone, as always, for listening. We hope you've enjoyed the show and our little NSYNC chats each month on our podcasts. We will be back again very soon with another episode. In the meantime, make sure you follow us on our social media accounts. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, or X. Just search for NSYNC UK space Cowboys. But until next time, girls, I guess it is time to say bye. Bye.
Next time.
Thanks for tuning in to the NSYNC UK Space Cowboys podcast. If you loved this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you'll never miss a moment of the action. And did you know you can also stream every episode the second it drops on your favourite music or podcast platform? It's that easy to stay in sync with us. And while you're at it, check out our Instagram page for all the latest NSYNC news, reaction, and announcements of upcoming episodes. Don't miss out, and we'll see you next time.